He is a resilient speaker and military veteran. Welcome to the stage, Kijuan Amey.
May 5th, 2017, I was involved in a motor vehicle accident. I was on a motorcycle and a car pulled out in front of me. Yes, everybody talks about those motorcycles, those crotch rockets, and talks about they're dangerous. You shouldn't have one. Be safe. I was being safe. I took the motorcycle course. I was in the right way. But guess who wasn't? That car. I can't change that, but I know what I can change. My mind and how I deal with it. The biggest thing about that day is not that I had the accident. It was what I was doing before that. I was actually had my own business then, not the same one I have now. But I was still a business-minded person, and I also served in the United States Air Force. What people don't know is that even though that accident occurred, it didn't stop me. Amen. What a lot of people tend to do is they stop when something traumatic happens. When something horrific happens, they just stop. They don't know what to do. They go into a cubby. They go into a deep depression, which I have experienced, and never come out. But the one thing I had to learn is that that was not the end of me. So as I had that accident on May 5th, 2017, I had no clue I was even in the accident until June the 6th, 2017, because I was in a medically induced coma. The person you see standing in front of you today is made up of titanium. I call myself Titanium Man. Literally from head all the way down to my right foot. 2 metal plates in my head, 2 rods and 12 screws in my back from L4 to T2. My right femur, metal. My left shin, metal. Right screw, or in my right foot. And now I have 2 different size feet. Go figure. So when I woke up, it wasn't that I woke up saying, oh man, I guess I gotta go to work today. It was, ooh, I feel refreshed. I feel like I've been sleeping for a long time. Didn't know I had been. But what I did here was, wait a minute, why do I hear people talking in my bedroom? I'm a bachelor, okay? At that point in time, I was only 25. I was not married. I did not have any kids. Who is in my house? And so with that being the case, it was more of a, let me get alert. Because remember, I just told y'all I was in the military. Do I need to roll over and grab my firearm? Or what am I supposed to do right now in this moment? So as I continued to listen to the voices, I started to recognize them. I noticed that one was my girlfriend, and the other was my mom. Okay, girlfriend, I understand. I just told you I was a bachelor guy, I get it. Mom, what are you doing here? So when I'm laying there and I'm trying to discover what's happening, they are telling a story. Hear me clearly, I said a story, because again, I know nothing of where I am right now. I'm thinking I'm at home. They're telling a story about a motorcycle accident. Very tragic, by the way. And I was like, ooh, this is a bad story. It must be a movie or something that just came out. Not knowing it was me. But the other thing is, when I opened my eyes to even see what they were talking about, I saw nothing. when I went to say something, I could say nothing. Blindness, jaw was broken, so they wired it shut. What kind of nightmare is this? Who wrote this story? Steven Spielberg? I just want to know, because I don't want this. I'm a faith believer as well. I didn't want the Job experience. Okay? So as I go back into the story, when I was trying to tell them, or even ask, what's going on? Who are y'all talking about? Who had a motorcycle accident? Well, guess what? Nothing came out but the murmurs that you could hear from my sound. Just like you hear a panic button, that's what I started pressing. Somebody help me. I don't know what to do right now. But yet they did come to my aid because they can hear me. They can see me moving. Barely, but I am. They come to each side of my bed. And my mom's like, whoa, calm down. What's wrong? What do you mean, what's wrong? I can't see. I'm in a hospital bed and I can't even talk to you right now. And she tells me, after, of course, eventually trying to hear and understand what I'm trying to say, and she can't figure it out. Hold on. Listen, my patience is running thin, okay? I need to talk to you or somebody about what's happening. I need answers now. And when she comes back, she hands me a notepad and a pencil. What part of this story am I not blind in? And so, when I take the notepad and the pencil, she tells me to write down the question. And so I write it. And I say, what is this motorcycle accident dream you all keep talking about? And yes, I said dream. She responds by saying, oh no, that's not a dream. That's what happened to you. And if you ever heard of somebody saying they've sunken down into something, like I sunk into the chair, or I sunk down into my bed, that's what I did. I sunk into that bed for the rest of that day. Communication, cut it off. I don't want to talk to anybody. Because I want to figure out what just happened. And after I figured out that this is something I'm going to have to deal with for the rest of my life. This was caused by somebody else after my mother eventually told me that. I have to now move forward somehow. But not before I have a talk with God. Because God, I done told you now. I have real conversations, God. I don't know about y'all. But I have real conversations. Excuse me, I need your attention. Could you tell me what's going on here? Why are you doing this to me? Why me? But that God has always said, He tests what He makes. He'll never put more on you than you can bear. How do we know what we can bear? Only God knows. So He knows we don't. And guess what? I'm still bearing it till today. So I know I can bear it. After I got all the answers and after He finished handling me, I eventually got myself up to say, I'm done with the pity party. It's over. It's time to now put that next foot forward and step out on faith. Because if we don't, we stay stagnant. If we don't, we stay stuck. We never grow. And that's what we're made to do in life, is grow. How did I become this resilient young man to grow up into a man of resilience? Don't miss that. How did I do it? There are 3 A's that I do this with. First, acknowledge. We want to acknowledge, using my example, we want to acknowledge what happened. I had an accident. I lost my eyesight. There is limited mobility in this body of mine now, but I'm using every bit of it, okay? That's the acknowledgement. 2, adapt. I had to adapt to not being able to see. I had to adapt to the limited mobility and start to grow that mobility. Because if I didn't, again, I would still be where I was. Right now, y'all see somebody that's 200 and pounds. But back when I was in that hospital bed, I only weighed about 140. Skinny as a rail. And so the last A, number 3, is we have to accept it. Why do I say this? I've already talked about the acknowledgement. We talked about adapting, but if you don't accept, it could all go back. If you don't accept, you could be in denial. Because I've dealt with it, and I know people who are dealing with it. And my accident was 8 years ago. So we are in denial about the situation. The thing of that is, we have to understand that we won't move forward. So if you want to be resilient and come on my resilient journey with me to learn and understand what resiliency truly is, please see me after this today. I would love to show you my guide and show you how I got there. My name is Kijuan Amey. Thank you for your time.